in the second half.
Both
these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Now comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
He's going to rifle one deep left side, and it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Carr into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
1-yard gain brings up
on 2nd and 9. Mahomes quickly into the hands of Robinson. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Always important to get the first score in the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Carr. This complete left side to Aguilar. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Now Carr. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
22 yards. And the Las Vegas 1st down.
On first down, Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Carr's pass.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Carr to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Henry runs the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Raiders are back within a score. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Good.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Mahomes now on first down. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd and 2, Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes with a touchdown pass to Sammy Watkins. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
2nd and 5.
From the gun, it's Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Complete.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. They run it with Jacobs. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. A 3rd quarter action from Kansas City. 2nd down and 10.
At the 49-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Yards to go.
From the gun, Carr. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Incomplete.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Incomplete. Damon Arnett on the coverage.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean,
and down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
Taken down back at the 18-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Chiefs on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 49.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. And again, it's Mahomes. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On play action, it's Mahomes. This is caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 32 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st down, Raiders.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 49. Then the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Now this throw caught left side and all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. They have the nice cushion. They just won't pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Now here's Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple.
4-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
And no return forthcoming for Richard as this will come out to the 25.
Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The ball carrier.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down. 10 yards to go.
Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Right there. Oh, damn, baby. White.
The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. 30, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Hunter Renfro, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. That time a 6-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders.
Daniel Carlson.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's what really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Ready? Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no option. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Taken in the end zone. And no return forthcoming for Richard as this will come out to the 25. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate.
And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Jacobs.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
The ball carrier.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and the Raiders are going to get a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A run on first down with Jacobs as he'll get this forward for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
The ball carrier.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third.
They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
Offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Kansas City.
Let's hit the post-game tailgates and grab some of that barbecue.
Yeah, BBQ.